But today I want to talk about building life, love, and career foundation as a woman. What does it mean to build strong foundation as a single person?
I think building strong foundations when you're very young, I think is important to explore.
How has this influenced your approach to relationships and career?
That's a good question because I feel like things I've been through in my life, they've allowed me to have an insight that I don't feel like a lot of my peers had.
What qualities do you also want to see in your partner?
That's a very spicy one.
It is. Hi guys, welcome to this podcast. I just want to tell you that today I have a very special guest on set with me, and you can see her right here. And we have an important topic we're talking about. Today is very chill. You guys are joining me in my living room, and hopefully someday I'm going to join you in your living room. But today I want to talk about building life, love, and career foundation as a woman. And we've got something spicy. Yes. But you guys are going to add on a bit later. But if you're just wondering, hey, what are these ladies talking about? We're talking about life. We're talking about today is going to be unscripted. I have a few questions I'm going to ask my guests, and I'm going to contribute to this question as well. But it's really going to be unscripted. We're coming to you guys from our own heart, from our own experiences, right? And want to share the things that have helped us, the mistakes we've made as well, and how we've grown and what we've learned from it. But if this is the first time you're joining my podcast or you've seen any of my content, I'm your humble host, Alun Da Silva, and I talk about life. I talk about life as a young person. I talk about financial confidence. I talk about emotional and mental confidence, and I also talk about why physical confidence is so important. And along with myself, and I bring on guests, different guests on this stage to talk about different things that they're experts in or they're passionate about. Mm-hmm. So I want to invite you to sit tight, grab yourself a cup of coffee or maybe some tea and snuggle in your chair or somewhere in your room, or best yet, maybe in your bed. But just make sure you'll sleep, right? You need to listen to this to the end. Right. So before Monique speaks to us, I want to tell you a little bit about my guest. My guest is called Monique. With over a decade of experience in higher education, she has built a career dedicated to empowering learners and fostering meaningful global connections. Beginning as an English teacher in China, yes, you heard that right. She has since contributed her expertise to prestigious international school programs at the postgraduate level, where she is known for her commitment to student development, intercultural engagement, and academic excellence. Of Caribbean descent, she brings a rich cultural perspective to her work and personal life. Her passion for the arts, travel, and cultural exchange has taken her around the world, where she continuously explores new forms of creative expression. A devoted dancer, writer, and fashion enthusiast, she recently achieved a personal milestone by parading as a Brazilian samba dancer in both the Rio de Janeiro Carnival and the Notting Hill Carnival in London, celebrating the vibrancy of cultural traditions and the joy of movement. Who is she? Damn, she's good. She's good. I can't wait for you guys to listen to that. She's so good. I'm excited about this conversation. I'm so excited. And guys, look, I love the reason why I started my podcast is for people who are like me that feel like they are living life by themselves. And I know I'm joining you virtually, but I want you to feel that you're not alone. You are a brother, a sister on the path. And we're all humans and we're all going through similar things. Maybe a few things we're going to share today, you feel like, oh my God, these people understand me. Let me know in the comments below what your aha moments were. If we said anything that really resonated with you, let me know. And some of you might feel like, what is this girl talking about? And then you go to the next bit. That is fine too. If whatever we said doesn't resonate with you, we love you. And just find something that works best for you. But for those who are staying here, welcome home. Welcome to a place where we talk about life, but most importantly, we talk about how you can improve your own life as a human being. We're not here to judge. We all make mistakes. We fall. We're not perfect. But you know what is better? What I love about this life journey is that I don't have to do it alone. I get to be friends with people like my guest today. I get to have partners on a journey. I get to open up to new realities every single time. And if this is scary for you, I would say hang in time. Stay here. If it's scary for you to open up to people because you've had your experiences, we all have those experiences, it's fine. We want to create a safe space for young people where they can learn and grow, but most importantly, contribute to their own mental, emotional, physical, and financial health and well-being, but also contribute to the society around them. And I've said all of this mouthful, but I'm going to jump right into what we want to talk about today. So today we want to talk about empowered journey, building life, love, and career foundation as a woman. But before I jump into my questions, I would like Monique to say a few words. Hi, Monique. Welcome to the stage.
Wow. Oh my gosh, just listening to you speak, I'm so excited to talk with you today. Oh my goodness. And you talk about me, but I've been really inspired by you as well. Your passion, your gentleness, your career, all the things that you've done, it inspires me to keep going, and it inspires me to keep my passions, keep focused, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited to talk with you today.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm so humble. Guys, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't. I want to ruin your lashes.
I'm so humbled. Thank you so much for such kind words. Really, thank you.
No problem at all.
So I'm going to jump right in and ask my first question. So my first question is about foundation of self, and it says, "How has building a strong foundation as a single person influenced your approach to relationship and career?" I think this is deep, but before we answer the question, I'd like to kind of pre-phrase everything that we're going to talk about and kind of bring people a little bit, behind the curtains as well.
Okay.
How did we get to this place?
Okay.
So it all started, guys, in, was it a bakery shop in central London?
Yes, probably.
Yes, it was a bakery shop in central London. I think we just got off church.
Yeah.
We went to get like a snack or something.
Oh yes. How did this begin?
Yeah, and for some reason we started talking about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
We started talking about careers. We started talking about men who ghost you. Hello.
Yes.
And then we started talking about being single after 30.
Mm-hmm. Big topic.
Yes, we were talking about that. And we shared so much. We thought, why don't we, share some of our experiences, our thoughts with our audience? And that is why we decided to record this podcast.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the background. So, how has building a strong career, how has building a strong foundation as a single person influenced your approach to relationship and career?
Mm-hmm.
And before you answer the question, what does it mean to build strong foundation as a single person?
I think building strong foundations when you're very young, I think it's important to explore and test and try things, and it's an area of your life in your early 20s, late teens, early 20s, where you explore and make mistakes, but you have to have the introspectiveness to be able to learn. Because I think maturity it can come with age, but I think maturity is a choice. Yeah, it's a choice.
You say that again. Maturity is a choice.
Yeah.
You tell them to the camera.
Maturity, it's a choice. Because there's been so many, and I'm sure you can attest to this as well. You go through life, you make mistakes, you learn things in career, in your personal life and things like that. And you pick yourself up and, look at your situation, you say, okay, that wasn't very wise, or this was great, what I did. But then you see other people and you see them and you're like, okay, so you're complaining about this and this happened to you, this consequence of your action happened to you, and yet you still haven't learn from it, and you're still going through this same thing. It's because you haven't chosen to change. You haven't chosen to look at the results of your actions and all the lead up to it to then make that change. So maturity is a choice, and building a strong foundation is about exploring, learning from that exploratory phase, so you can then begin to hone in and focus on what you're trying to do.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I would say, just to add my 2 cents to that, building strong foundation, for me, I would say it comes with a lot of being aware of your emotional state, being aware of your mental state.
Yeah.
Because it's so important, because the Bible even says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. What I understand about that is that you create your external world through your internal world. The way your external world is a reflection of your internal world.
100%.
So if you want to elevate your external world, the foundation you have to first create is in your emotional and mental world. Your emotional and mental stability, strength, growth, resilience.
Yes.
Those are the foundations of life.
Honestly.
Those are the foundations of life.
And the Bible does say, guard your heart with all your might. For
Hello.
all life is well springs from it. And it's very true. It's not about being guarded, but it's about having that protection of yourself, your soul, your spirit.
Yes.
You know, so yes, it's important to take care of your emotional well-being. And I feel like once I started to have regard for my emotional well-being, that's where my life really transformed for the positive. I was always ambitious and quite self-motivated and driven, you know, education-wise and professionally. But I feel like my confidence grew, my ability to believe in things beyond, like believe in my big dreams as well, career-wise and professionally, really grew when I started taking care of my emotional well-being.
100%.
Yeah.
Same. Me too. 100%. And building strong foundations as a single person, how has this influenced your approach to relationships and career? Let's start with relationships.
Relationships. Strong foundations. That's a good question, because I feel like things I've been through in my life, they've allowed me to have an insight that I don't feel like a lot of my peers had when I was younger. And it allowed me to build strong foundations from quite an early age of what I wanted to let into my intimate world.
Yes.
I was always very cautious of, you know, who I allowed in my intimate space, because I was very aware, and maybe too much, I don't know, but very aware that I know that whoever's going to come into this space that I have, they're going to have a lot of influence and power, because my emotions are going to be involved in it. And I need to know that I'm safe with this person. I need to know that this person isn't going to take advantage of me. And not just physically, but, you know, take advantage of my,
as well.
take advantage of my nature, you know, my forgiving nature, my kind nature, you know, take advantage of that. So I've always been quite, you know, very mindful of my inner world and my inner space and who gets kind of access to that. So that's how I've built foundation. And in being cautious, I do feel like I probably erred on the side of avoidance, which is where therapy kind of came in and allowed me to set up healthy foundations, as well as, you know, the ones that are protecting you. Healthy foundations that allow me to also be open. So yeah, it's still one to work on.
That's a good point. And just to kind of talk about the other side, apart from intimate relationship, I've had, you know, other relationship friendships, and people did take advantage of who I am, because I'm very open, and what you see is what you get. I'm just the kind of person. I'm either all in or out. There's no middle ground with me. When I'm your friend, I'm your friend. When I'm not your friend, I wish you well, goodbye. Literally, I wish you well. I don't want you and I don't want any bad thing happen to you. I wish you well, but goodbye. And if I'm your friend, I'm really your friend. And I feel like some people took advantage of that. So I'll say, building strong foundation is important to know or to be aware of the energy you allow into your space. However that energy looks like, whether it's in the form of a person, in the form of things, gadget, you know, area, places, you know, the kind of things you allow into your space is so important. Now let's talk about career. How has, you know, building strong foundation helped your career? Or maybe you can start by telling us, what do you do currently?
Yes, so I'm a recruitment and admissions manager at a business school. So I recruit students to come to do our business programs, and I admit them onto our program. I feel like the strong foundations I've set is always playing to my strengths in terms of what roles I kind of go for and end up in. And also the environment as well. I was really blessed that I came into higher education just to work in it, for funds, funding yourself in the summer. And I've really enjoyed it because I enjoy education. I enjoy learning, and I enjoy what it can do for you. As a Jamaican person, I always say education is the key. And I wholeheartedly believe in that. It opens your world, it expands your mind. So after my first few stints of working in higher education for just getting by, I continued in it because I just saw the scope of what you could learn, and the scope of what you could gain in your skills professionally as well. And I feel like my skills are more about people focused skills, strategic relationships, building relationships, and things like that. So that's helped me understanding that. So that about me has helped me in navigating how I'm going to go about my career. And I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm being even more strategic after all I've learned in this business education environment. Because business education is an area that allows you're in education, but you're also in a bit of corporate as well. So you're always up to date with what's going on in the world, business wise, tech wise, industry wise. It's very exciting. So I feel like now I'm at an area of my life where I've been equipped with all this knowledge of what all these students are doing and understanding all their fields and stuff like that, and it's helping me hone even more my next direction. So I think it's important to understand the environment that you need to be in, play to your strengths, understanding your strengths. That's helping you build your foundation of how you're going to navigate your career moving forward. Yeah, for sure.
I love that. Understanding, building strong foundation, help you understand your strength. That would guide your career path.
Yeah.
So I understood. That is lovely. Lovely. So moving on to the next question. This is a spicy one. Ooh. I called it. I themed it calling in the right partner. So it says, what qualities do you believe are essential in calling in the right partner? And how can one ensure compatibility while staying true to oneself? So the first part, what qualities do you believe are essential in calling in the right partner?
Qualities in myself that are good for calling in the right partner?
I would say yes, that way. And then what qualities do you also want to see in your partner?
That's a very spicy one.
It is.
Okay. So qualities of myself for calling in the right person. Okay, so calling in. I think it's important for you to... We talked about this in the cafe, actually.
We did, yes.
Where I feel like you don't have to be a perfect person. I know that it's very popular, right now to be like, you need to be whole and you need to be fixed and this is important. It's important to have a good foundation and understanding of who you are, but nobody's perfect.
Yes.
So I think the most important thing is having an understanding of yourself, clear understanding of who you are. You're good and you're bad and you're different and you're indifferent and you're ugly and everything. Understand who you are, and also have an open heart and an open mind, because it might not be what on the surface. You have to be attracted to the person now, hey?
That's very important.
It's very important. But it might not be the tick box person, you know what I mean? And sometimes it might just be, how you feel with that person when you interact. So having that openness, to interact with this person and engage with this person, I feel like that's very important. So those are qualities of myself, like understanding who I am, understanding my needs and things like that. So I think getting into a relationship when you're in your early 20s, it's good. It's good, especially if you've come from a very good, emotionally stable background.
Yes.
Where there's love and there's, guidance and all this kind of stuff. I think it can be very good. But, getting into a relationship later on is also just as good because you know exactly your needs. You know what I mean? And they're all individual to the person.
Yeah.
Qualities in a man and another person. We could go on. But
tell us three.
Three.
Yeah, top three that are really important to you.
God-fearing man.
Yeah.
That's extremely important for me because I feel like then you know how to cherish what you have. You know, you recognize that life is a gift.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity. You know, the woman or the partner that you've been blessed with, you know, because God is the author of our lives.
Yes.
The person you've been blessed with, you work to cherish them, you know, and work to come to understandings about things when you disagree. And just, you know, forgive one another because God is an all-forgiving Father.
Yes.
So I feel, and you're guided, you're disciplined, you have an instruction, you know, in life. Something to go back to when, you know, you might not be in the mood to be nice to me, you know, or, you know, particularly, you know, giving that day. But, you know, your instruction that helps you understand and have the wisdom to know how to navigate relationships and all that. So God-fearing is number one. I feel like family orientated is very important for me. I love family. I love, you know, nurturing family, having that community of people that are going to be there for you. You know, not all your family are your friends, but, you know, you have that foundation of family and bringing people together and having togetherness. That's so important for me. And also, I'd probably say the next one. There's so many.
Yeah, but there's
so many.
Two, okay.
Someone that is. Can I mention two?
Yeah, go ahead.
Intelligent.
Yeah.
Intelligent is a big one for me. Yeah. And someone that has a sense of fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, they don't have to be the comedian in the room.
Yeah.
Just have a sense of fun to you because life is so hard.
It's true.
Damn. It's so nice to have someone that you can laugh about things that are, when things are a bit too serious.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I will definitely echo everything that you said. And one thing I'll add to that for me is that someone that is aware that how would I put it? Someone that treats everybody well. Someone that respects human beings, that respects everybody. You don't have to agree with someone, but you can still respect them. Someone that is just a good human being with good character. Character is a big thing these days.
It's huge.
Character is a big thing these days. A good human being, someone with a good character that treats everybody well.
Even when no one's looking.
100%.
Yeah.
Particularly that. When no one is looking, you're just a good human because you're just a good human. I call those being a good member of the human fabric. That is very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very
important. I feel like it's been overlooked.
It has. And I feel like people do things for show. You know, like, and I feel like people rest on the idea that they're a good person. So they're just like, oh, I'm a good person. And they feel like it kind of, there's a sentiment that kind of ends there. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I don't have to do that anymore because I'm a good person. Do you know what I mean? Or I'm lazy to, I'm a good person. Like, it's like a resting on the laurel a bit, not knowing that goodness does take work. Good character does take everyday work, and it's an everyday choice.
100%. It's a moment by moment choice, and just like you mentioned earlier, the days where you don't feel like it, the days where you don't feel like being good or being nice, or maybe you just snapped at someone, but how do you go back? I believe that the comeback story is the greatest story in humanity. We're gonna have our differences, we're gonna have tears, we're gonna have moments. How do you come back? And people don't know how to come back.
They don't.
People don't know how to come back.
They don't.
People don't know how to apologize. Like, simple apology, not show apology. Like, deep, really sincere apology.
Yeah.
People don't know how to apologize. And it drives me crazy.
Because it's hard to apologize.
It is. These are the muscles we're talking about. These are the foundations, guys. These are the foundations we're talking about.
Exactly. It takes humility. to say that, like, what I did, wow.
To recognize that I was wrong.
And then when you recognize it and you sit with that almost like embarrassment, like, oh my gosh, I did that. How do you now confront that person? It's very difficult to apologize.
And those are the strong foundations that we're talking about. Exactly. Those are the real foundations that we're talking about. And I think it takes a lot of emotional strength and mental strength.
Yes.
To be able to apologize and really apologize and take responsibility for your own part, the part that you've played. And that. Those are the real stuff. That is real life, man.
Real life.
That is real life.
Real life, real relationships.
Yes. And the truth is, relationships are hard. But then, who said they were meant to be easy?
Who said they were meant to be easy? Life is hard.
Hello.
Life is hard, but you can make it beautiful. My mother always told me that life is beautiful. You go through peaks and troughs. Life is beautiful.
Yes.
And it truly is where you make it. And your relationship will be where you make it.
And it's a moment by moment choice. And I love that we go to part B of that question that says, how can one ensure compatibility while staying true to oneself? This one is so good. I have a few things to say about that.
That is a very good question.
It is such a good question.
How can you ensure?
How do you ensure compatibility while staying true to oneself?
I feel like, no, this is just how I think.
Your own
opinion.
And everything here is our own opinion from our own experience.
I feel like when you are compatible with someone and truly compatible with somebody, you will be true to yourself. I feel like when you're working off of chemistry, there is a way where you could not be true to yourself because you're always chasing that feeling.
Yes.
And that connection, like that instant, like, oh my gosh, like you feel like you're in sync, so you feel like you work together, but it's just chemistry.
That's it.
I feel like with compatibility, I feel like there's an understanding that comes with compatibility, and I sense that with compatibility, there's also an openness and an understanding because you can work with that person, you can talk with that person, you fit. You just, you really work. And, you find things that you do together. Not that not everything's perfect, but there's a seamlessness to it. Because, you work well together as each other are. Like, as you are, is you in your individualism, and as they are, it just comes together in a synergy, So I feel like when you are truly compatible with someone, you there is a sense of being true to yourself 100%. In that compatibility.
Yes.
But hey ho.
Yeah. And I feel like this is true. This is an oxymoron because I feel like you wouldn't have true compatibility if you're not yourself.
Yeah.
Being yourself is a prerequisite for a real compatible partner or a relationship.
Yeah, right?
I mean, being yourself is. Yeah. Because how can you talk about compatibility if you're not real? It's been fake anyway, so it's not compatible.
It's not compatible, exactly.
So, and I love that you met. Oh gosh, guys, how many times? Please raise your hands here, right there in your living room. Raise your hands if you've ever worked off chemistry. You've been in with this person, you've been in this relationship, and you know now that it was chemistry, it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guilty. Hands up. Hello. Me too. And I love that when you work off chemistry, you just keep chasing that feeling.
Yeah.
And you think, oh my God, you think that's the real thing, but no.
Totally
you keep chasing that feeling, and you keep trying to tweak yourself, turn yourself, roller coaster around to fit into a situation or an environment that will break that feeling again.
Yes, yeah.
And the feeling just keeps, depreciating. I would say depreciate. It never comes back.
That's such a good word.
Yeah.
This chemistry depreciates.
Literally.
It really does. Like, yes, like you have that, and it's like fire. Like, you're just like, wow, like I get on with this person so well. Oh my gosh. But they don't actually listen to me.
Hello. They ghost me sometimes.
They ghost me.
When I say something they don't like, that's it. I don't see them for the next 5, 6, 7 days.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
toxic.
Exactly. I'm more of like a friend, or like, caring to them than they are to me.
Yes.
When I need them, I can't find them.
But when they need you, they're right on your doorstep.
Mm-hmm. But you've got that, you got together, you laugh together.
Yes.
But, when it comes to the serious thing, you look into your left and your right and you're like, wow. Well, that chemistry is definitely not in the room now. Where is that chemistry?
It's gone.
Yeah.
It went through the window like this.
Yeah.
The moment seriousness came in, chemistry was out. Out.
Depreciates in wealth, guys.
Yes.
Chemistry.
100%. And I do agree that everyone has to go through their own process. You have to go through your own mistakes. You have to go through what you have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wake up at your own time and your own pace. But guys, I think it's important for us to learn to decipher. And I'm speaking to the choir, I'm speaking to myself, to decipher chemistry from the real thing.
Yeah.
From real compatibility. And for me, one thing I've learned from my own experience is that start with the inward qualities first.
Yes. Yeah.
Before you go to the outward qualities.
Yeah.
Start when you see someone that maybe you like them, or you could, or maybe nothing happened, but start by wanting to understand and know their character first, and then you consider how they look. Because you know what, someone said that beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can look nice to you if they have the right, if there's something in them that you like. Yeah. Has this ever happened to you, that you met someone and you never really thought much about them, but the more you spend time with them, the more you guys spend time together, like, oh, this guy actually looks good.
Yeah.
Or this girl actually looks good, but I never noticed in the past.
Grow on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So start by considering the unseen characteristics of, is this simple things, like, is this person helpful?
Yeah.
Whenever there are things to be done, observe those who are seated, doing nothing, just being on their phone, and observe those who wants to get involved. Oh, can I help here? Oh, do you need help? Oh, when you guys are doing things together, observe those who are helpful, willing to engage and be involved, and those who are just lay back, sit back, on their phone. Those are character defects that they might not be aware of. And it's important for you to observe these kind of things, because if they are already disengaged this way, maybe when the chemistry is gone and they don't have that feeling that they're coming for, maybe they're going to be disengaged with you as well.
So true. And another thing, actually, in character and who this person is, I've been reading and seeing things about like how you feel in yourself, especially as a woman, about intuition and things like that. Do you feel calm around this person? Is your nervous system all stirred up, or do you feel at like an ease with them? Not bored, but like an ease with this person. Because I feel like I'm quite in tune with myself, and I can sometimes tell quite quickly if someone's personality is just not gonna. Good person, great person, in fact. Yeah. But someone's like way is just not going to be compatible with mine. Like in intimate settings, or just going about things. And I feel like travel is one that really exposes that very clearly.
You're the third person who said me this.
Travel, the intensity of travel, when things go wrong in travel, that's when you know who you can really work with. That's when you know who's your like person. Do you know what I mean? And having been blessed with the ability to be able to travel, and I've traveled with some of my close friends. I've developed some really strong relationships with some of my friends that I've traveled with. And I trust them, we trust each other, and it's because we've been exposed to these really serious situations, complicated situations, great, amazing things, and we're still like here with each other, so travel is one that really exposes, whether you're going to be good with this person.
Well, guys, you've got a free trick right now. What to do?
Go on a holiday.
Yes. Before you say yes to your next relationship, you know what to do.
Yeah. Just a little tidbit.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that in my next relationship.
Serious. You'd be surprised, because travel is fun, but it can also be very stressful, girl. Especially when you get on that wrong bus. or you book the wrong flight ticket, or you book the wrong excursion, or something happens.
Oh my God.
Everything is revealed.
100%. 100%. Are they going to be onto you, or they will actually understand and try to fit? Are they going to focus on the problem, or are they going to focus on actually the solution?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you know who is your person and who is not your person.
Serious.
And girl or guy, if you ever discover, run for your life.
Yeah.
Because we human beings, we think to be like, oh yeah, let me give him 2 or 3, 10,000 chances. Nah, this is the real deal.
This is the person.
Yeah, this is the person.
This is
because who you are under pressure, that's actually who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the truth.
And if what is exposed you can manage, then great.
Yeah.
But if not, and you're like, well, I would say be very mindful of it and just, start making your exit plan. I was going to say movement.
So I would say exit plan. You have to make your exit strategy.
But yeah, you don't have to travel like this. Maybe up north or something. Just things that's why meeting people in social settings is very important as well.
Yes.
Meeting, like you said, in social settings where there's people that could potentially help, or situations, not just totally in isolation, so you can actually, get an idea of who the person is.
100%. You guys only meet at home? Nah. You guys only meet like
at the restaurant.
At the restaurant. That's not enough, honey. It's not.
Mm.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. There's so much to say about that, because you can see that this is dead to us, because we've been there. We've really, I've been with people who were not compatible at all, and I only discovered later because I was learning of chemistry.
Right.
I'm guilty too, and I'm learning.
Mm.
I'm learning. So let's talk about career transition and passion.
Let's go.
Yes. Can you share your experience with career transitions, and how do you balance your drive for success with enjoying life?
Interesting.
Mm.
I mean, right now, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do next, and I'm really, looking at myself, looking at my experiences, looking at how I want my work life to be in the future, based off of like how I want to feel stress wise as well. And I'm bringing all of that information together to try and understand where I'm going to go next. So right now, it's just about like looking at roles, looking at companies and what they have to offer, looking at the roles and responsibilities. And I think I've come to a point in my life now where I actually do understand that an interview is not just them interviewing me. It's me also interviewing them. Yeah, that's important to know in a career transition as well. Yes. What am I transitioning into? What's their day-to-day look like? What's the levels of stress throughout the year? Is it a constant stress? Is it one bout of, what's that going to do for me? Not just what I'm going to do for this company.
And what is the team dynamics like?
What
are the team
dynamics like?
Yes. What's the career growth projection in that role,
Exactly.
in that company?
Exactly. And is there support and development for that, So it's where I'm at right now. So I'm literally bringing everything to the drawing board. And even thinking about industry as well. I've been in higher education for a number of years, and I enjoyed it, But I'm also thinking about other industries, and I think I'm calling more to my passions now.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be working a long time, so it's important to just enjoy your day-to-day and enjoy the outcome of what you're doing, because there's not everything you're going to enjoy in your job.
No.
Not every aspect of your role you're going to enjoy, but as long as wow, this is what's going to be the outcome, this is what I'm working for.
Yes.
And you love that. I feel like that's very important.
I agree. Yeah, definitely need to enjoy your job, whatever you're involved in. One thing I'm going to say is that give yourself room to change and evolve.
Yeah.
As Monique said, you're going to be working for a long time, and you'll be a different person at different stage of your life. So maybe you start doing something right now when you're doing, you enjoy, you love it. Do it fully. Wherever you are, be there. Do it. Forgive yourself. And then when you feel like you're going to know when it's time for a transition. Yeah. You're going to feel disturbed inside. You're going to start feeling like you're interested in other things. I would say follow that interest, follow the nudge, and when times go to the next thing and do it fully, and then go to the next and do it fully. And if you're the kind of people that you just do one thing and you're happy with 40, 50 years of that, do it fully.
Do it fully.
Do it fully, that's what I'm going to say. And to,
oh, I was just thinking, yeah, I really agree with what you're saying. Like, you know, do what you're doing now, do it fully, and then you're going to feel that disturbance. And how I've been looking at my career recently is like, it's almost like my degree. Like, okay, I finished my 4 years in this. Now I've graduated with this. With these skills, where am I going to go next? You know, I mean, it's almost like my career, like, degree, you know? So I'm looking at it. Because a career is not also your job and what you do, but it's also learning. You're learning things as well. You're learning new things. You're learning about this industry. You know, that's why it's good to be curious, you know, and understand where you are and do things fully, like you said.
Do it fully.
And have that curiosity, because, yeah, it's a learning experience as well.
Yes. And give yourself room to transition and change. And talking about career transition, I would say, first of all, start with your passion. And if at some point in your life you had to do things to pay the bills, kudos to you. We all have to at some point.
100%.
Yes, and kudos for paying those bills. Because they're important. And that is fine. Just don't forget where you want to be and where you want to go.
Yeah.
Just continue to thrive, continue to strive for the next thing and where you want to be until you get there. And then wait for the next opportunity or the next urge to do something else. And I would say, for those who are really like curious about career transition, you can look through some. I did talk about career and profession through some of my videos, but I'm happy to do a different session. And if you really consider a career transition, first of all, where do you start from? And I would say, I'm going to talk briefly about it. I would say, start from getting clarity. Don't just jump into something. Start by getting clarity. Give yourself the space and the time to understand, what does the next 5 years look like?
Yeah.
What does the next 5 years look like? And if you're as crazy as I am, what does the next 10 years look like? Start with the end in mind, and then you reverse engineer to today. Start with 5 years from now, 10 years from now. What do you see yourself doing? Who do you see yourself being? And then reverse engineer to today. What do you have to do today in order to start building that future? That's very important.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Yes.
Reverse engineer.
You need to reverse engineer. Like, even myself, I feel like I'm in a case. So I work as I'm a marketing manager, and I love what I do. I see my role as influencing people's perspective, and most importantly, partner with people to elevate their experiences when it comes to our events, right? And I love what I do. I love the ideas. Now, my next transition is in the next 10 years, I see myself as the CEO of a global company. That's what I want to be. And now, reverse engineering, I want to start building skills in strategy, in finance, understanding people, because people are your biggest resource. People are your biggest resource. And it pains me when I see leaders or teams or managers treating their people poorly or not giving their people the best. Because I'm like, this is what you get. Without the people, nothing is going to function.
Nothing's going to move.
Nothing is going to function. Everything else you have surrounds your people, activates everything else that make things work. So right now, my goal is to kind of enhance my skills in those fields. And what did I do first? I've got myself mentors, people who are vice presidents who are solid in their area. And it's like, please, could you mentor me? This is my goal next 10 years. Here is my experience. I've had 10 years plus experience in marketing and other things, but I really want to learn strategy, finance, and human relationship. Where do we start from? Some said yes, some that don't have time, that's fine. Those that are great, I started working with them and started learning from them. And you can start by getting yourself a mentor in the field that you want to evolve into.
100%.
Yeah, that could help.
And that's why I've really loved working in education and talking with students and listening to their journeys. It's so inspiring, You know, I was just speaking to a student the other day who is working is securities as a security guard in one of the securities companies, so like finance. And he wants to get into finance himself. You know, we had like a workshop, like a careers workshop at where we work. And he was the one with the most questions. He was the one that was so curious, engaged, knowledgeable, you know, passionate about what he's doing. And when he had this talk with one of our students, you know, he was like, I'm just nervous because, you know, I'm a mature student because he's currently studying and doing security work. And he's like, I don't have that financial experience like all other people have, like all these internships and things like that. And he, you know, he's worked at a shop, you know, he's worked in a cafe and stuff like that. But outside of that, he has used his passion to help him build knowledge and build his financial acumen. That's why he was so equipped with all of these questions. You know, so he's used his time wisely to, you know, be able to build all this financial skill set, but he just doesn't have anyone to serve with it. You know, and the company that he's working for now, he's trying to work there so he can volunteer for them, you know, maybe 2 hours in a month or something like that. And our student was so encouraging of him. He was like, you're on the right track, you know, you're using all of the time that you have to like build all this skill set. Now this is what you need to do. And he started breaking down like the Rubik path of what he needs to do. You know, how he needs to structure his CV as well. And I was like, this is so inspiring, you know, someone that doesn't come from the background of some of the students that we have, you know, where they have that exposure from when they're like 17. You know, it gave me so much because it's like, yeah, you know, you can use your time wisely to build yourself to that professional, refined level. You know, there are so many resources, there are so many things that are available for you to just, you know, work yourself and build yourself to then transition. And like you said, getting a mentor as well that can help you refine that path even more, refine where you're gonna go. You know, so yeah, it's always inspiring hearing people's stories and people's journeys on how they do things, and it helped me as well be able to learn how to focus, you know, focus myself.
I love that. I love that. And guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about love, building life, love, career foundation as a woman, and being single as a babe. Oh my god! So we've talked about so many things, and I'm just going to do a quick reflection. One thing I'm reflecting about right now is the human journey. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Not that things are boring, but life is a journey, and what I'm seeing is what I'm really I think what I'm getting from this conversation is that what you desire, someone has had it before. Where you're going, someone has been there before. You know, so it is up to you to partner up with them, or to position yourself in a way that they can give you the straight elevator to those places, instead of you making the same mistakes that they did. And that's how I see mentors. You know, they've been there. You know, they've been there. They've navigated the situation. They've been there, and now they can give you advice, guide you, direct you on how you can. Not that you're not gonna have your own mistakes. You have to make your own mistakes, but maybe you make fewer mistakes, and you could potentially get there faster. Right. So that's what I'm hearing. And another thing I'm hearing is that you're not alone in your journey. Whatever you're going through right now, thousands of people are going through. And this is not to kind of minimize what you're going through, but this is to actually encourage you to know you're not alone in this journey. So be open to listening to other people's, I would say,
Definitely.
to other people's journey, but also, I don't want to say advice, but other people's stories. I feel like just listening to their stories could, you make the conclusion that you have to make. But listening to other people's stories, for me, it does strengthen me. It makes me feel like, oh, if this person was able to go through this and come out the other side really good, how I want to come, I can do the same. Let me follow them. Let me listen to them. What books are they reading? What are they doing? Where are they going? How are they growing, evolving? Let me be in their world so I can learn and ultimately get the result that they're actually living. Another thing that I think we also need to reflect is that, look, no one just gets there like with a magic wand. No, it's a process. Whether you see the process on camera or not, it's always the process. It's always a process. Nobody just wakes up and they're just confident. Nobody just wakes up and then they've got everything figured out. Everybody has an area in their life where they have to work hard, or they're going through challenges that it brings a level of stress out of them, and they have to make it work. Yeah. Everybody has that area, and it might look different. Some people, they have financial pressure. Some not. Some finances are not their problem. They have emotional pressure. Some emotions are not their problem. They have mental pressure. Some have physical pressure. We have different areas, and some have a mix of both, which we all do, by the way. And we will all have an element of something going wrong. So I'm only saying this to encourage you to say that I would say lean in.
Yes. Yeah.
Lean into the right community. Lean in, get involved, get engaged. Put yourself in places that help you, in places that help you grow and become a better human. How about today we all commit to be better contributors to the human fabric? How about we all just commit to that? That every day I wake up and I choose to be a better human today.
Amen to that.
Yeah, I just choose to be better today than I was yesterday. And every day you make that commitment and you just get better. And you go along with people that also are making such a commitment.
Go along with people that also making that commitment. It can keep you on your path.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. And if no one has told you, I love you, I see you, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And we see on the path, and hopefully someday we get to walk together hand in hand someday. Who knows? But yeah, I need to go through my questions, guys. I need to go through my questions. So the next question is about self-growth and relationships. And it says, what does dating yourself mean to you? And how does focusing on self-growth impact your relationships and career? So what does dating yourself mean to you? Let's start with that.
Dating myself. I think it means catering to my needs. What I need. You know, and it could be anything. It could be, you know, going out for dinner by myself. I do enjoy that. I haven't done it of late, but it is a nice treat when I do get to do it. Taking myself out to like a nice museum, you know. Most days these days, I need a reset day.
Yeah.
Where it's not life admin.
Yes.
And domestic duties.
Yes.
I need a day where it's like, okay, I'm gonna lie in today. I'm gonna take a nice little bath.
Yes.
With some Epsom salt and magnesium and lavender. Okay. I'm gonna just chill, reset my mind, not think about things for too much, you know? Just like decompress your mind a little bit. So like a self-care day. Yes. I need those days.
Yes.
But I think dating myself, it's just knowing that, you know, life doesn't begin with when this person comes along.
Yes.
You know, life is now.
Yes.
Ooh. Life is right now, right here, right now.
Yes.
And when you do enrich yourself with these things that you're doing for yourself, it's just more that you can share with this person. Yes. You know, yeah, more things that you can share and enjoy together. Yes. You know, because there are some things that are better enjoyed in company. Yeah. You know, like 100%. When I was traveling, I did do a moment where I traveled to Shanghai by myself. Yeah. And I said, yeah, I'm going to do a solo trip and go. Yeah. And I have to say, I didn't enjoy it as much until I met some friends out there. I didn't enjoy it as much because it was like the things that I was seeing I wanted to be able to turn and be like, oh my gosh, did you see that?
Yeah.
And talk about it and
Yes.
understand what that
Yes.
person was seeing,
Yeah.
you know? And so, you know, doing things by yourself doesn't mean you want to be by yourself and you
Mhm.
just want to be isolated, but it's just, you know, growing in that understanding of yourself,
Yes.
growing in, you know, your interests, you know, growing in what makes you,
You, yes.
know,
What
and
makes you.
yeah, building the things that are going to help you share with your partner. And if you want to have kids
Mm-hmm.
and a family,
Mm-hmm.
things that you can share with your child as well.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I feel like that's one thing I appreciate about my mother and my father so much. They're quite individual
Yeah.
and they have different interests.
Yeah.
And things that they, you know, spark them out.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go to them for very different things, you know, because they're still who they are,
Yes.
you know. So
Yes. I love that.
yeah,
For me, I feel like dating myself means at any point in time, in any season of my life, whether I'm in a relationship, whether I'm with someone or I'm not, I do the things that make me happy. I tell myself this: nothing is more important that I feel good, that I'm happy, and that I'm okay. And this might sound selfish, but it is the same situation as if you're not an individual first. If you don't have your own foundation as an individual first, even when you have a partner, you're going to lose who you are.
yes,
An understanding of who you are first, the things that make you you, and owning that, and being able to give you that, because nobody will ever give you anything that will satisfy you. Nobody can ever give you anything that will satisfy you. It's what you give yourself
it's true.
that will satisfy you.
Mm-hmm. Because you know you best.
100%.
You can't avoid yourself.
Mm-hmm.
People try.
Well,
People
I don't think
try.
they succeed. Good luck.
Good
luck.
luck.
Yeah, good
But
luck with that.
you know what makes you happy.
Yes. Know
So
what
important.
makes you happy. And people have their own definition of what selfishness is, but are we not all selfish?
Mm.
And I think there's a level to owning your happiness is not being selfish. It's actually being healthy. Because when you're not healthy, nothing else around you is going to work out. It's not going to work. So dating yourself is really owning your own happiness. Take responsibility for your happiness, guys. Take responsibility for your happiness.
Serious.
Yes.
No joke.
Don't allow anybody or anything just come and steal your happiness away. Someone says something, you're offended. Hello, drop that. Protect your happiness. Drop that. You know, protect your happiness. Take responsibility for it.
Mm-hmm.
And tell yourself, no matter what happens today, I choose to be happy no matter what.
Amen.
And that is when the whole host of hell they're gonna come for you. But you still choose to be happy.
Yeah.
Choose to be happy no matter what, because it is your responsibility.
It is.
Nobody has the responsibility to make you happy. I'm sorry. Nobody has that responsibility apart from yourself. And if you try to put this responsibility on someone else, or if someone else in their own ignorance tries to take that on, they can't carry it for long.
Not for long. Yeah.
They can't carry it for long.
Yeah. Because it's almost insatiable. Like, it's almost like you can never feed that because it's missing inside of you.
That's it.
It's missing inside of you.
That's it.
Yeah. And
That's it.
the selfishness part of things, it's like, it's just so interesting. We've been conditioned that, you know,
like taking care of yourself is selfish.
Yeah, it's selfish. And being self-serving in some degree is completely selfish. And it's not. You do need to serve and fill yourself up,
Yes,
in order to be able to be there.
And that's part of building healthy foundations that we're talking about. Strong foundations.
Strong
That is
foundations.
what we're talking about.
You know, because if you get in a relationship with someone and you have family and, you know, you're relying on this individual to make you happy, doesn't make you happy, in, you know, maybe your emotional immaturity, you might look to your children that don't have that capacity to make you happy. They're joyful creatures.
Yes.
But they are your responsibility as well. So they are, you know, part of your work, you know, and it's not their responsibility to make you happy. It's not part of their, you know, mission on earth as a young person to make
They
you
have their
happy.
own challenges they're going to navigate through.
Exactly. So that's why it's important in your maturity to take control of that.
Yes.
And I think we're living in a great time as women.
I think we are.
More men are embracing the idea that, yeah, my woman needs a moment.
Yes.
Being a working woman, being a wife, being a mother. It's a lot, okay? It is a lot.
It is.
The fact that you have to get 3 different employees for the things that a wife does, and you pay them separately as well.
100%.
And the expectation is that this one woman
was
does
one
it.
person.
Come on now.
Guys.
3 different pay checks.
Yes.
Okay? Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
I think more people are waking up to that idea that it is a lot. Yeah. And as a woman, it's okay that you're going to take some time away. Yeah. It doesn't make you any less. It doesn't make you, selfish. It is necessary so that you don't break down later. Yeah. For sure.
100%. I totally agree. So dating yourself, taking care of yourself, being aware of what makes you happy, what makes you you is important. And this is a self journey. You have to discover that yourself. The second part of the question is, and how does focusing on self-growth impact your relationships and career? I'm going to go fast while you're thinking. I would say the biggest influence or result you get from taking care of yourself is confidence. And your internal confidence is everything, because that would make or mar your relationship and your career. It's going to determine whether you grow faster or you don't. Many people come out and they complain about, oh, I didn't get this raise, I didn't get this. There is an element of truth to that. But when you self-check yourself, how is your confidence like? And when you're able to when you deny yourself stuff, what you're doing is you're literally pulling out the foundation out of under yourself. You're pulling out your foundation. But when you kind of satisfy your own desires in a healthy way, when you give yourself what you need to grow, to evolve, to become a better person, your confidence goes out of the roof. And when I talk about confidence, I'm talking about healthy confidence. I'm talking about being proud or looking people down, but healthy confidence. And when you start growing that way, even your field, your energy changes. Yeah. People are like, God, what's going on? You look different. Your friends like, you feel different. What are you doing? What are you using? I want the secret. Because your energy is different. And that is what we're talking about. When you take care of yourself, you feel different. When you take care of yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, in every area of your life that's important to you, you become a different human being. Completely. So I would say that's the biggest thing. Self-confidence. When you take care of yourself, it really improves your self-confidence at a different level.
That is so true. I really like that. Self-growth impacts your confidence, which impacts your career, your relationship, and how you show up. It's 100%. Growing in confidence has been a thing that has greatly positively impacted my life. Because with confidence, you have a resilience to you because you have such a strong foundation in yourself and your abilities. You're not knocked down to the ground completely when something goes wrong, or you get rejected, or you get ghosted, all these things that come with relationships and career. You have the confidence to say to yourself, okay, I didn't get that job opportunity. That's fine. There's more. I only want one job. I have the skills necessary. There's nothing wrong with me. And same with relationships. Okay, that guy, we didn't work out. It is what it is. Chalk it up to the game.
I really like this guy. He was just not into me. So I have to swallow it. It's painful.
Some of those pills you just have to swallow.
You just have to swallow. That's it.
And I feel like relationships is the harder one though, because there's such a societal thing of like, there must be something wrong with you.
Particularly after 30. Particularly after 30.
Right? But when you have confidence, especially confidence from your God-given confidence, you're a child of God, it helps you move on and move forward and move up.
100%.
Having confidence as a woman doesn't mean that you ignore, your flaws and the things that you need to work on. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean to say, oh, his love, it is his love. It is, but it's not like, oh, forget him. It's just, it wasn't me. That's okay. Move on. there will be someone for me.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Yes. 100%. And that's okay. Ooh.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones. I'm okay. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, God, I thank you. I'm okay. I check myself. I check how am I feeling? What am I thinking? How is my body? I
Yeah.
check myself. Like, God, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. And I'm good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's keep it moving today.
Yes, literally.
Let's keep it moving. And then you see that same person out and they want to talk to you. It's like,
Literally. 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 Literally, like,
I've moved on.
literally. You're just like, yeah, I've moved on. Literally, like, oh, wait, what was I tripping over?
You didn't make it work before.
Yeah.
I wasn't the one.
Mm-hmm.
You made it. You made your statement.
Yeah. In your I heard it loud and clear.
I heard it loud and clear.
I wish you well. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Literally, I love that. And this comes from taking care of yourself, guys. Taking care of yourself is not selfish.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself is not selfish. You need to build this foundation. For you to be able to go far and wide and wherever you want to go, you yourself, you're your own foundation. You need to build this foundation before anything else externally can happen.
Truly.
Yes. And we're gonna bring all of this juicy conversation to a close. And before that, I'm going to ask my final question. I know. This was so good. This is so good. This is so good.
So amazing.
This was really good. This is so good. So my final question is on control and growth.
Oof.
And it says, how do you maintain focus on what you can control in life? And what advice do you have for women striving to be better and grow in all areas of life? First part, how do you maintain focus on what you can control in life?
That's a very good question.
That's a good question.
How do you maintain focus on what you can control? I feel like my faith is one thing that really has helped me in life.
Yes.
Stay focused.
Yeah.
Because you have to remember your blessings, what you're grateful for, what you've been gifted with, life itself.
Yeah.
You know, that really, on a like foundational level, that does help my focus. But in terms of like really creating your path, your career transitions, your relationships, all this kind of stuff. And I think mainly for career transitions as a woman as well, and career as a woman, how I stay focused and control. One thing that I've been doing recently is writing things down. Yeah, and journaling, yes, but I have a diary that allows you to write down what you've got going on for the month, then the week, and then it allows you a space to write down a summary of how the month went.
Oh, nice.
So it helps me keep that focus of like, it's good to journal, but I used to often find myself lamenting in my journal and just being very, just focusing on that and my emotions. And that's a good thing to do. You need somewhere to empty out your feelings and your thoughts, but also you need direction. Like, and I needed that direction, and I felt like having that contained areas to, you know, write down my feelings, but also bring it back to, okay, what are you trying to do next month? How are you trying to feel next month? How are you trying to feel in the next 2-3 months? You know, what areas didn't go so well for you this month? Where did you fall down? How can you grow next month? Writing things down has greatly helped me. You know,
you should recommend that journal. I'd love to get one.
Yes, it's a Moleskine journal.
Yeah, send me the link.
I will
post it.
Yes, definitely. I've been using this diary for 3 years now. And it's helped me, you know, me and my friends, we start at the beginning of the year and we do like our vision boards and stuff. And I then use that vision board to write down.
Yes.
And it gives you sections like, okay, this is how I want to be in my social life, my financial life.
Oh my God, I want to join that visioning session.
It's amazing.
I love it.
It's beautiful. And we have the vision, but also now I have a little plan of how I'm going to do it and what I'm going to do. So getting it out and writing it down, giving myself that structure, that has helped me stay focused. And also having good people to talk to.
Yes.
You know, having good people to talk to that can remind you of who you are.
Yes.
Remind you of like what you said you're gonna do.
Yes.
Accountability.
Hello.
That helps me stay
Yes.
focused. So having positive, constructive people
Yes.
around you
Yes.
is extremely important as well. Yeah. And when I write things down also, it allows me to go back and say, okay, no, Monique, because you know sometimes when your emotions take over,
Yeah.
I lose focus. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you.
That's true. That's real.
When my emotions take over, I'm like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
that. And then I look at my diary because I have that discipline to go to the diary every end of the week and say I plan out my week and my month. When I go to the diary, I'm like, no, Monique, you can't sit in these feelings for too long.
Yes.
You got things you need to do.
Yeah.
You got things you want to achieve. No, like things are good.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
okay, that didn't work, but this is what's going on.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, that has really helped me, and I'll provide the link so you can share it with me.
Yeah, that's actually a really good one. And it says, what advice do you have for women striving to be better and grow in all areas of their life?
Oh, what advice do I have to be better?
Mm-hmm. I think this is a good one.
It's a very good one.
First of all, writing your thoughts down, having a plan, writing it down is important. I do journaling every single day, and I keep all my journals. But I still do what you said you do. I do like visioning. I call it my visioning process, and I still do that as well. Like thinking about what do you want to accomplish this year, or what do I want to accomplish this quarter or this season, or whatever it is, and having that benchmark. Where are you right now? Where do you want to be? And what do you have to do to get there? And for me, writing things that has really given me clarity as one thing.
Clarity.
And I love that you mentioned the second thing as well, having good people around you.
Yes.
Your community is everything. Someone said, what did they say? That you are the sum of the average 5 people in your life, something like that.
Yeah.
This is so true. Having great people that support your growth, that encourage you, that keep you accountable, that call you out in a nice way when they have to, that remind you of who you are, who the real you are, and that remind you of your dreams, your goals, that inspire you to be a better person, inspire you to move on, to evolve, to grow.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. You know, being around women that are focused on their life.
Yes.
Focused on their journey.
Yes.
You know, and taking very practical steps in achieving what they need to achieve and growing how they need to grow.
Yeah.
So inspiring.
Yes.
It can be intimidating for some, but for me, it's just I just get so moved to work. You know, I just get so moved. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm gonna build my world.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna. It's just so nice.
Yes. I get really inspired. I get inspired by other people's stories.
Yeah.
And that's why I love listening to people's stories, because I get inspired. I get by people's stories. So definitely, I agree with what you said. Having an outlet, having a place where you can write things out, and also so that you can also reflect, and then having the right community that will support your growth is important. That's what I would definitely say. I mean, I can talk about 10,000 different things, but everything that we said, hopefully we didn't come across as being like we have everything figured out or we're on top of the world. No. I think the purpose of this conversation, this chat, was not to impress you, but to impress upon you that one, you're not the only person on this journey. 2, other people are navigating the same thing you're navigating. And 3, you can get help. And 4, stay leaning, plug into this community. Listen to women and other people that inspire you to be a better version of yourself, and do what you have to do every single day to move towards that better version of yourself. Any last word for our audience?
Oh my goodness, yes, stay on your path, be dedicated to yourself. Don't be afraid to be dedicated to yourself. I know there's so much out there that's calling for your attention, calling for your time outside of yourself. But really take that time to be with yourself. Have your by yourself meetings.
Ooh.
Ask yourself those hard questions. Confront yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Is this how I want to live? Is this what I want for myself? If not, how do I get there? And you consult people. Use the tools that are out there. This is one life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen overnight. Give yourself the grace.
Yeah.
You know, for some people, it happens when they're 50.
Mhm.
Everybody's journey is their own. Everybody's journey is individual. So no matter where you are in your journey right now, I say embrace where you are and do what you can to make your life something that you like and love, you know, for yourself.
100%. Do what you can
Yeah,
to
do
make
what you
your
can.
life something that you like, something that you be proud of. And on that note, thank you guys for joining us in this conversation. I bring these guests and we have this conversation, sometimes with a guest, sometimes just me. And my purpose is just to share something that could potentially inspire you and that will help you on your own journey. And if you are in a space in your life right now where you feel like things are tough, I want to let you know that it is just a season.
It's just
And someone said that if you're going through hell, continue. Because why would you stop in hell? If you're going through hell, continue. Because on the other side of hell is heaven.
yes, amen.
And if you're going through hell, don't stop in hell. Because why would you do that? Go through it, be strong, be resilient, ask for help.
Ask for help.
Ask for help if you need to. I know that we, Monique and I, we are sisters on this journey. We love you. We'll see you again. Bye.
Yeah, I'm pretty, like you said, low key. So.
Yeah. You're very low key.
Yeah.
Damn. I was sort of like, what? You have all of this going on.
Yeah.
I definitely need to come and see you downstairs now.
Yes,
You can't be dancing and no one's looking at you.
Oh, thank you so
So
much.
that knows you. I want to be there.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. And you need to tell me about China.
Yes.
How and when did you
I
go
feel
to
like I
China?
briefly mentioned it to
Did
you.
you?
Like
It was
when we
a state of
first
mind.
met. Like when we first met.